Since we cannot uphold the spiritual view of the world, we are forced, in order to maintain our self-esteem, externally, to constantly strive to live according to the consumer model, to own, to use, to eat, to drink, to appear before others. This is an untrue model. It is a deception, through which for a short period of time we only reassure ourselves that we are not standing in one place. In fact, stumbling towards the material, when not supported by a corresponding spirituality, leads at some point to reaching a new anxiety, to an anxious search for a new lifeline that does not rest only on the transient. This feeling of insecurity is the cry of the ego, which loses its control over your life and tries to manipulate you. What can happen? You can give up the search for a spiritual ford. You can continue on the path of the substitute for true satisfaction, possession of things, encouraging your vanity. Once again, I note, you do not give up the advantages that material objects bring you, but the other pan of the scale must necessarily have the reciprocal mass only in the form of a firm belief in ideas. There is no way to silence or neutralize the call of the soul. There is no way to find a substitute for it through the attributes of the material. The spiritual will always break through and return you to yourself, to the source of your personal motivation. In the process of this search, a person constantly listens to the chatter of others around him. They teach him, correct him, stop him. Your inner voice will suggest what to hear and perceive from this irritating gimmick around you. Listen to your emotional navigator. It flawlessly performs its function in such cases. Do not confuse it with the assertive intervention of the ego, which I told you cannot play a role in moments of personal transformation. The ego must necessarily be heard only in moments of physical threat, in which the survival of the body as a physical substance is tested.